You stole my heart, you intercepted it. Now you're gone, have to accept it. Did I meet your mom too soon? Or did I do what I always do? Yeah, we made it to the 50, and then you kissed me. We made it to the 40, a new love story. We made it to the 30, and you did me dirty right then. You put the end in tight end, and as I touched down, just like you in a game, I'm in another town, and nothing feels the same. Wish I could go back when we met that day. Oh, whoa, and throw a flag on the play.
German sips with a grin so wide. Pogs on the table can't hide his pride. Creator in the corner starts to glare. Madness sparks and hate fills the air. Stack 'em high, a tower of luck. Germans winning, it feels like pluck. Alice Matt's fury, a brewing storm. Visions of pogs in every form. Pogs are spinning, tables turning. Alice Matt's eyes with fierce fire burning. Germans' laughter echoes loud in a world that's pog-bound proud. Matt sees and he's mad insane. Eyes on fire, can't take the strain. Pogs and pieces drive him to pain. His patience snapping like an old chain. And he's mad insane. Eyes on fire, can't take the strain. Pogs and pieces drive him to pain. His patience snapping like an old chain. Das nie gewinnen, enden Mann. Das nie gewinnen, enden Mann. Alas, my fumes can't take no more. Pogs and slammers hit the floor. It's not about the game you see. It's about what fun could be. Das nie gewinnen, enden Mann. Das nie gewinnen, enden Mann. Das nie gewinnen, enden Mann. Das nie gewinnen, enden Mann.
Of course, I have to make sure my mic's working, so that's good. I see my mic is working. I have to make sure that the video is at the very least okay. And I can't trust you racists in the chat because you're not going to be honest with me. So unfortunately, I can't count on you to tell me if the video on my end is coming out clear. So I have the YouTube tab open and it looks very clear. So that's awesome. So yes, the frame rate is good. So hallelujah. Okay. So now that we have confirmation of that, let me go to the chat before we play our next intro. Massive Panda says, hello, what's going on, last? Well, hello there. And that flickering is a fan above me, it looks like. So I think if I do this, it stops the flickering. But how you doing, Massive Panda? Welcome to the stream. Colin Lamping, hello, my D-wordies. That doesn't sound right. I don't know why he keeps typing that. Bear, hey, guys. Oh, hey, how's it going? Well, Bear, it's great to see you and you're not being a harasser. So awesome. Colin says Taylor Swift is mid. Well, you know what? So most of the guys that are saying that she's mid, but I don't care. I got me my hottie. So Ben Zinger says, "Sub amigos, I'm just watching from my phone in the iron room because the internet isn't good." That statement can be interpreted in so many ways, but I will accept it as not good, that it ain't working properly, which I can relate to the struggle. So Colin wishing a good hello and a hail to Master Panda, Bear, and Vinzinger. Welcome, gentlemen. Great having you guys here. It is awesome having you guys in the chat. So welcome here. Mayor of Orksey. I don't think I've seen this one. Oh, John Douglas. Oh, okay, yes. Mayor of Orksey, John A. Douglas. Yes, the infamous Johnny Douglas. How's it going? Greetings from Ork City. Welcome, Johnny Douglas. Glad to have you here. Just finished coloring the pages for Blue Moon #2. Okay, so it looks like it's an offshoot for Emerald Man, isn't it, Colin? So tell us more about it in the chat. Oh no, it's Shifter. See, I was having a good time saying hi to the people, but then this guy's got to come into the chat and poison it with the stream needs an epilepsy alert. Yeah, I don't know why it's doing that. Like, I've had the fan on before, so it's never had that flickering before. So I don't know, but should I shut it off for now? Yeah, I see why. Because with the blades going around, it leaves a shadow on the ceiling, and that's what's reflecting. Is that thing. So you'll just have to bear with it, I guess, for now, unless it gets really bad. But I don't care about what the haters say. I just want to see what everybody else says. Yeah, I figure you're talking about internet signals, so yeah, I get it. Lucas here in the chat. It's colors with your. So colors. It doesn't matter. You're not going to ruin my stream today. You're not going to ruin my vibe because I'm feeling good. Colors. I'm feeling very good. So you're not going to ruin it today. Not today. I'm a champion today. I have vibe today. Real vibe. And you're not going to bring me down. I'm going to win. I'm going to conquer. And I'm going to show why I am peers with Todd McFarlane and Frank Miller. So you guys better watch out because I'm deadly dangerous and ready to go. That's how it is with here. So have I said hi to everybody? I think I'm caught up in the chat. Okay. Colin's offering clarity. Blue Moon is another project in the same universe, though in a much different time frame. Sounds exciting and enticing. Awesome. I don't know, Bear. I'm not recognizing her. She has no clout. She's in the ban zone. When you're in a ban zone, you have no clout. You have zero clout. You are erased. Everything that you may have had that was good is reset it to zero. Everything. Colors is reset to zero. She has no clout. That's what you get for being in the ban zone. So don't reward her. Don't encourage her. For your sake, let her be in the ban zone. That's where she belongs. The black of your shirt comes as your peanut. I don't care. I'm good.
Deep in the inky gray, go dark as the night. There among forgotten pencils, a duck takes flight. Alice not the history duck tells us forgotten tales about creators long lost in a cabinet frail. He's been putting in a mile of research. He quacked up every flock perch. This Irishman aggressive.
You know, I'm tired of having to correct you people. It wasn't pink. I don't wear pink colors. It was red. Blood red. Like when you slit your wrist, it comes out blood red. That's the color of my shirt. I'm sorry if my computer has color issues, but it was red as freaking. I mean, I say they're red because I don't want you to. Trust me, it was red. It's the same color as the fluid you find at a crime scene. 100%. 100%. Tired of the lie you spew on me, you people. Yeah, even my camera's protesting this thing.
Deep in the inky gray, go dark as the night. There among forgotten pencils, a duck takes flight. Alice not the history duck tells us forgotten tales about creators long lost in a cabinet frail. He's been putting in a mile of research. He quacked up every flock perch. This Irishman aggressively knows his stuff. He's here to share the truth without a bluff. Duckman, oh Duckman, extolling the dead. Duckman, oh Duckman, what's got in your head? Simmons, Emerson, Panther, and Ray. Ancient artists surviving off of vodka and Bengay. Alice Mack, duck of the Indies, Malin's favorite effect. He knowledge of comics far off the old rap. He swims out of the lanes to find hidden bayous, strange creators, and obscure adult new. Duckman, oh Duckman, extolling the dead. Duckman, oh Duckman, what's got in your head? Simmons, Emerson, Panther, and Ray. Ancient artists surviving off of vodka and Bengay. So congratulated. Do not mallard shun. He's busy peeking into the facts. Don't wig in him while he's hunting for snacks. For snacks. Duckman, oh Duckman, extolling the dead. Duckman, oh Duckman, what's got in your head? Simmons, Emerson, Enter and Ray. Ancient artists surviving off of vodka and Bengay. Alice Mac to be congratulated. Do not mallard shun. He's busy peeking into the facts. Don't wig in him while he's hunting for snacks. Duckman, oh Duckman, extolling the dead. Duckman, oh Duckman, what's got in your head? Simmons, Emerson, Banter and Ray. Ancient artists surviving off of vodka and Bengay.
Oh, look at that. We got the arrival and the appearance of the Fact Circle. Welcome, I'm Prime to the Fact Circle. Oh, from the Fact Circle here. So, and JV Sire, who looks like he's got PTSD, says, hi. 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 Plungecast, my good friend Plungecast is here. Zoolandia, Icons of Zoolandia is here. So you can start the live stream. Have a banana chat. Is that a banana? Is that a banana icon before? What does banana chat mean? I don't get. I'm losing the reference. Is that a culture reference? I don't get it. I'd never say your king does not hand out free fruit. Oh, I see. You're offering the banana. Okay, so you're giving a banana to the chat. Okay, so have a banana chat. Okay, see that will be followed by a comma, so that will help me read the sentence better. So I didn't see the comma. There was no comma there, so I couldn't read it properly. So what you're saying is have a banana chat. I'm glad you take a banana. So that's awesome. Great. That was weird, but still. Where's Kissy? I don't know where Kissy is. Maybe he's hiding because he's been outed many times. Bring Kissy here now so I can out him. Oh, my girlfriend Kirby. I haven't seen him in a minute. Where's my Godzilla Roar? Oh, you want to go? So Kirby linked me to an Instagram post in which it's a video of some post. So somebody took a screenshot of the video of Godzilla, whatever. I guess the call was to reply with your best roar. So the comment section was literally audio files of people roaring. So Kirby wants me to roar. So here we go. I'm going to do a Godzilla roar right now, even though I should get paid for this. It should be a super chat, but I will do this with my friend Kirby. So here we go. No. Hold on. Let me have some water. Hold on. I really should have been super chat this. Okay. Here we go. Okay. There. That's my Godzilla roar. So I swear to Allah, if you guys clip it, I'm gonna strike you, copyright strike you guys. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. Don't do it. Just turn that volume up. I can't speak any louder. So I'm scratching my throat and it's bleeding as we speak. I don't like pogs. This is why you're in the Fact Circle, because you want to defame me with these defamatory remarks. Stop it, or I'm going to sue you, because that's the thing now. So, okay. So that was done by my good friend Burkerman, who did a lot of great AI videos, including that John Millen video. And when he did that video, it was just stills. So I just took those stills and put it into an AI folder and had him animate it, and that's what you saw. I didn't create the images. I'm just animating what Burkerman did. So people like it. I don't know, whatever. So it's fine. There you go. Wait. Wow. That was a good roar. Sounds like a throat goat. What the F? That was a great war. Why am I like, what colors? You're in a band zone. I don't care what your opinion is of the colors. That was Gazela. Listen, I'm not the king of the monsters. I'm a human being, okay? I'm a human being in the world of toughness. Wait, don't give up your D-word job? I guess clip it someone and put it on disc. Oh, gosh, no, please fuck no. Oh, crap, no, don't, please don't. Please don't, for the love of Allah. No. Huh. Just please don't. Please just think about the children. The hell was that? I got my neighbors outside. Like, they're gonna hear me making these noises and they're gonna think, oh, we have to call a cop. I don't want to get the cops at my door. The pistols are blazing and wondering why am I screaming like that. I can't do that. I'm limited. I have to think about my community out here. I do like Godzilla courage, but I can't roar like him. I'm not human like that. I have a certain decibel level that I can actually roar. Okay, I'll do it again. You want to do it again? All right, fine. I'm gonna do it again. Here we go. Ready? Here we go. Okay, I'm gonna do it again now because you people can piss me off now. So here we go. Let me do it again. Wolf. Hello, Constantinus. It's good seeing you here. It's not good seeing you here, Gee. You dared me, Curtis. You dared me. That was not funny, Ein. That was not funny. I need some more water. You know, Bear, I don't care about your opinion. I really don't. Because we're divided in this community. And these comments is what further divides us even more. Where's your encouragement? Where's your pushing of positivity and success, Bear? Oh, it's beneath you because all you care about is undercutting and bloodshed. That's all you care about. You're about the blood and the drama. That's what you're here for, right? Really, it ain't about the comments with you people no more. No, it's let's get him to roar like a monster and have the cops at his door and then end him. We're gonna unalive him because it's good for the entertainment, right? God. Odin Reactor says, "Why are you confident Evan give you 8?" Oh gosh, I no. Ugh. Well, I no. Let me not say it because I reserve that for the videos. This is just the live stream, and this is what I'm here for. Here's Courage. There was a yes in those Godzilla words. What I need you to do is take some time and practice. Then we will do this again. Do not fail us, Lazarus. We love Godzilla, right? Okay, so you want to train me? Is that what it is? Because I guess we'll have to set up a separate dead yard at some point, and then I guess I'll have to go through boot camp so I can roar like Godzilla the way you think I should be roaring. So we'll set that up, okay? If you don't think like roars today were up to par, then we'll set it up. Chef Boyardee, Hungry Man Dinner ruined your voice. You know, I hate the fact that you hate Chef Boyardee. That's pure Italian food. Why do you hate the guineas for? Helmut, you racist. Such a racist. And of course, she's got come with the violence as always. You know, when I pick these artists for my streams, right, and I look into their lives and some of their examples of their artwork, I think to myself, will these people even care? Will they appreciate the life that these people had and the contributions they give? And by the way, when I was doing Bosc, there was a section of well, I'll get when I get to it, I'll tell you exactly what stood out with me because it kind of reminded me of kind of what I went through in this space. But before I go on, I want to show you the gift that Lady Shadowband got me. She came into the house today and surprised me with this. It's a Big World Charlie Brown by Charles M. Schultz, a collection of some of his classic comic strips. And I love these collections. Actually, one of my first collections, which I still have. I got this collection in the 80s. Let me pull it out before I continue. Or is it? It's a big book. And I think every year up until the last couple of decades, I read it because it was that damn funny. I can find it. I know I have it here. It was the Classroom Peanuts collection. Let me see if I can find it. I know I had it here. Let's see. Here it is. Okay, it's right behind me. Right next to the Charlie Brown Treasure book. Okay. So this was one of the first books that I got from the 80s. Okay. What's the copyright on this? I mean, the publishing date. Just so you can see how old this book is. This was published in last publishing was 1982, but I got this like in 86. But this had a collection of these strips up to that point that took place at school. So you had a whole bunch of Peanut strips that took place in school, and these are some of my most favorite stories. And the sequential storytelling was awesome in this book. So one of my favorites from the 80s, and I can now add this to the library. So I don't know if I'll ever have like a comprehensive collection of the Peanuts stuff because it's too much. It's massive. It's like going back to the 50s, and then there's a lot of other books I do want to get, but I'm okay with these collections. So I'm more focused on finishing my Garfield collection. But yeah, otherwise these collections are awesome, and I'm glad that she got that for me. So this is gonna be a fun book to read. And I also got volume 17 of Fist of the North Star, which I haven't read these yet. I'm gonna get. Wait, I think it's going up to volume 18. So once I have the entire set, then I'm gonna start reading it. That way, I don't have to worry about breaks or anything like that. I got the whole series right here. So this is volume 17, and I think it goes into 18, and then I'll start reading the Fist of the North Star collection. I'm looking forward to it. Anyway, back to the chat. Let's see, who did I miss? Let's see. We got Hothead Studios. Welcome, Hothead. Welcome. See, it has been a while. Let me see. I know I'm skipping some good chats, but we got to get to the show. I don't want to keep the volume of my StreamYard. I'm at a maximum right now, so can't do that. I'll just have to bring the mic closer. That should help a little bit. Definitely should help a little bit. Okay. That right over his peanut head too. You know what? I don't care what you say, Bear. I don't care what you say. We're gonna have a good show today, and your hatred is not gonna conquer this world today. It's not gonna conquer it. It's not. I know you're an agent of hate, and that's fine. But I'm not. I believe in love and tolerance, and this is a safe space, and you can't destroy this safe space. It's not gonna happen. So. We're looking at right here one of these strips done by Bosc. And as you can see, this is the thumbnail from tonight's stream. It's also indicative of the content of his streams, as well as the what they call the extreme minimalist style, very minimalist. We'll get into that. Plungecast, I was given the complete peanuts from a local viewer, the complete peanuts 1950 to 52 hardcover. Yeah, those hardcovers are great, but there's a lot of them. And I saw that. I saw the Dick Tracy hardcover collections they got. I'm like, damn, there's a lot I got to collect, but my life is short right now, so like I have to focus on. I gotta pick my stuff and just focus on that, and then if I have time for the others, sure, I'll get it. But I had a chance to get some of the Dick Tracy stuff at the Heroes Con, but I had already maxed my limited budget that I set for myself. You cannot ignore the swans knocking forever. You have to leave your house eventually. I'm not letting the swans in. I don't care what you say, Colin. Not happening. Michael Diache. Okay, is it Diache or Deech? I hear Lord Raptor calling you Diache, which I kind of like. I think it sounds more epic. But you tell me if I'm saying it right or wrong. But he says, it's been a pleasure to discover that Elasma isn't dumb, like everyone said. Thank you. I guess. Sure. Bear says, I chuck spirits with love and inclusivity. Well, I don't feel the love when you chuck them at me. Don't chuck those spears because it tells me you don't love me. Meme Lord Woodrow, hail the chat. I saw Mugen 1 earlier in the chat. I didn't mean to not highlight his chat, but I saw Mugen 1, so hail Mugen 1. Meme Lord Woodrow. Woodrow is in the chat. Welcome, Woodrow, to the stream. And yes, we're looking at one of these strips by Bosc. Bosc was very critical of the military, and we'll get into why in a second. As we say hi to Rating Radio of Eudaimonia. We had him on the stream a few weeks ago. Okay, you know what? I just remembered. I was supposed to read Omega Girl. I didn't get a chance to read it yet because I've been busy this week, but I'm going to read it, okay? So, Twitter, if you watch it, I'm going to read Omega Girl. I promise you I will. Okay, I got you, okay? I've been really tight with some money this past couple weeks. I've been hustling to get my stuff paid, so trust me, I didn't forget. I got you, Twitter. So if you're watching me, don't chuck your spears at me. I promise you it'll happen. So who is Bosc? Well, Bosc was a French cartoonist. And we're doing a lot of the French cartoonists as of late because there's again, we don't talk about the French comic scene as much, and they've been very influential, extremely influential. And also it helps my cause as an artist myself. But so Jean Bosc was known for his minimalist style, but it was that mixed with his dark humor that got him his acclamation by the public in France, and it got him his popularity. And we'll get to that when we dive further into his career. But he joined the army when he was 20 years old in 1945, and he was sent to the French colony of Indochina. I think it's Indochina. Yeah, I think it's Indochina, which today we know it as Vietnam. So he was sent to the Vietnam area, and he was he fought against the Viet Cong before he was taken as a prisoner of war, and he was a prisoner of war for about 120 days before he was released. Now, during this time in the army, he got to see a lot of torture being enacted. He shot a lot of enemy combatants, and a lot of that added to his PTSD. He wasn't diagnosed with PTSD, but it added to it. So he basically lived an entire life of torture and depression, trauma. That's what he lived a life of trauma based on his time in the army. 3 years and two which spent in the Indochina area. And he experienced active combat, and it messed with him. It messed with him real bad. Some of the greatest artists come back from time of war very scarred. For example, the great Ishiro Honda, the director of the first Godzilla film and director of many of the classic Godzilla and kaiju films of the 50s and 60s, talked about his time in the war, and he talked about it very unfavorably. He had horror stories he told about the time in the war, and stuff that he regretted doing. So he became a pacifist for the rest of his life and did a lot of anti-war movies as a result. And Godzilla very much was an anti-war movie, but going back to Jean Bosc. So yeah, he, in addition to having an undiagnosed PTSD, he also had a condition that was also undiagnosed where it left him physically weak. So he wasn't able to perform physical labors like mowing the lawn or things like that. So that hurt his ability to get a career in various areas because he did not have the ability to perform physical labor. So he was inspired after talking to his sister. He was inspired to go to art school. So he did art school for a few years, and he learned to play the piano and the violin. So he learned to gain some artistic skills while battling with the unfortunate condition of being physically weak and not being able to perform physical labor. So he really had only his artistic skills to support him financially and to support his life. But it was said he didn't have any graphic training, so his style was really raw. His artistic style is really raw. So let me show you some examples of his style, and then I'll get to the chat in a second. Here's another example. And you can see like a lot of military subjects. Yeah, that was part of his humor. Let me analyze this drawing for a second. And you'll see this style is very popular in a lot of American magazines, like Esquire and the New Yorker, because Esquire actually highlighted Bosch's cartoons. I think it was in the 50s. So Bosc got exposure in the United States, in the West, through magazines like Esquire. So you can see that the military, as they're marching, they're thinking about a naked woman. So yeah, they're probably you can guess what they're thinking right there. So anyway, let me go to the chat for a second so I can catch up on some. French comics are dipped in eggs, says Raiden Radio. I haven't had eggs today, so I am definitely needing some eggs. War is fun until you are in it. That seems to be the theme for artists who go into these combative areas and come out differently. I think about someone like Art Spiegelman. Art Spiegelman didn't serve in the war, but what he witnessed in the Gaza Strip in Palestine caused him to create that book, and it was very unsettling because what he saw was traumatizing, and it inspired him to tell a story based on that with his art skills. So, Bancroft, how am I supposed to pronounce his name? Bosc. I pronounce it Bosch because it's French. Like, he's French, so I always assumed it's Bosch. Bosch. Like how they have like a. Well, let me not pretend, because you'll clip it and you guys will make me look like I'm stupid, and I'm not stupid. So you leave me alone. Yeah, Bosch. I think it's pronounced Bosch. Yeah, totally. I think so. So Hada says naked, and Bancroft says cheers. So yes, Meme Lord. Hello, my Nigna Queen. No, don't. Okay, Meme Lord, you gotta stop. You gotta stop. You're on a different plane right now. Okay, Colors is in the band zone. You can only go up. Don't bring yourself down. Don't say hi to her. You guys, people in the band zone, you cannot say hi to them. They're in the band zone for a reason. Gee, Colors, and Javich are in the band zone. Don't say hi to them. Don't acknowledge their chat. They're banned. They're banned. So please don't do it, because it'll hurt your clout. And I want you guys to have clout, especially now that you're here. Maz Panda said, yeah, because I was about to say, I'm not sure if I've seen his work before in particular, or it was just a familiar style. I guess the style, his art style got pretty popular from that point on. Yeah. When I was looking at his stuff, I'm like, yeah, I've seen his art style before, but I'm certain it wasn't Bosch that I was looking at in all those newspapers and magazines. But yeah, there's a reason why he's listed among the most popular and influential French comic artists, because this style of art is definitely, I've seen many comic strip artists employ this style for newspapers and other magazines. So definitely influential. And we'll get to the the premature criticism he would face, and it wasn't even criticism. We'll get to that in a second. I'll show what I mean. I don't care about the Swans for us. I'm running a show called "The Swans Can Wait." I'm running a show. I'm not gatekeeping colors, Bear. That's the rule of the chat. If you're in the ban zone, you can't be interacting with people. You're in the ban zone. They're banned for a reason, Bear. Do not interact with them. Don't at them. Don't talk to them. They're banned. They got to stay banned. Helmet says, Garth Ennis saw war situations in Northern Ireland, and I'm pretty sure he worked experiences into the Punisher. Oh, absolutely. Oh, 100%. I'm sure he did. Yeah. I'm willing to bet he did. Any artist that served in the war and has seen shit, there is no way they cannot implement those memories and experiences into their art. It's war messes with you. It really does. And I've never been to war, but from people that have been there, from what they've experienced, what they've shared, either through the word of mouth, through their written word, or through like visual media, like movies or comics, whatever. Yeah, war's kind of messed up. It really is. And when you read the Bible, right? You read the Bible and you read the descriptions of the war, of various wars and battles. That ain't pretty. The stuff that they go through, it is like, it opens your eyes to the brutality of it. So you have to have a strong mind. You go into war not having mentally prepared yourself into being a killing machine, it will mess you up. You guys ever seen Full Metal Jacket? Stanley Kubrick's one of my favorite Vietnam films. My friend's brother, who served in the military, he was in the Marines. He said that first half of that movie was accurate in how they trained you in the Marines. They trained you to be a killing machine, and yeah, it's brainwashing, but they brainwash to be tough mentally and physically, mentally and physically. You gotta be trained mentally to be in war, because if not, you'll come out all kinds of fucked up. That's what happened with Bosch. He was not prepared mentally for what he saw, and it messed his whole life up to the very end. And we'll get to that. So, Ironbreak says Far Side, Larson, uses this style, if I remember correctly. Yeah, I think their style, the Larson's Far Side style, is a bit more polished. But yeah, I see what you mean. I would say it's more detailed, but the comparisons are fair, I think. Definitely fair. Colors is banned, coverage, so is Guy. Guy used to be guy in his room, but he's banned too. Guy in Colors is banned, and so is Jabbage. You used to know him as Jabba the Cuck, but no, he's now Jabbage. The three of them are banned. You can't talk to them. Okay, so even though Colors puts that there, it doesn't mean she's typing it. You can't acknowledge it. She's banned. So, Plunge Cat. That's why the elder comic writers are better than the mainstream clowns of today. They experience life at its rawest. Yeah, it's funny how like the men who went through shit created these characters or helped write the best stories for these characters, because it was real. It was like they had some real shit and they wrote real shit. You know, it wasn't about like sitting at a table discussing your feelings and social justice crap. It was real life shit that they put into comics, and it felt like you were reading strong characters. So yeah, Full Metal Jacket, one of my favorite war movies. Arguably probably the best Vietnam War movie, but that's debatable. But I seen Platoon, and I thought that Full Metal Jacket was better than Platoon. I had not seen Hamburger Hill yet. There's some people that do watch it. Casualties of War is a good Vietnam War movie too, actually. That's a pretty effed up movie, but I enjoyed it. Michael J. Fox was great in that movie. But yeah, I think of all the Vietnam War movies, Full Metal Jacket is still my favorite. I absolutely love Full Metal Jacket. Stanley Kubrick is just a top-notch director. Desert Nomad, hail to chat, he says. Welcome, Desert Nomad. Thanks for being here. Meme Lord says to Boku. and a food and shoot to you, whatever that means. Oh, Kissy's here. Hello, Kissy. Hello, how are you? He says, war's kind of messed up. Oh, lies, man. Take another book. Listen, Kissy. I'm trying to have a conversation with the chat, okay? Conversation with the chat. Where are you the last 36 minutes? Where are you, miss? I'm here now. Notice me. Notice me. Where were you before that, Kissy? You weren't here before, were you? No, you weren't. You come in here, and now you want to start trouble and divide us. We're having a beautiful conversation. We're trying to be united and being all kinds of inspired and artistic and profound. But you want to try to mock me, right? Come into my chat and mock me. But guess what? You ain't going in the ban zone. You're not going in the ban zone. It's not going to happen. So I know, Colors. I know it wasn't for me, and I'm glad it wasn't for me because I wanted to be very clear that we are at enmity. Me and you are an eternal enmity, and it's going to stay eternal. So make no mistake. I did not mean for anybody to think that heart was for me. I'm glad it wasn't for me. Keep chucking those spears, Colors. Chuck them. Kirby says not all jobs in the war require you to kill. Some people enjoy it really. I know that, but for the people that were in the war that were actually in enemy lines, like that's what I'm talking about. So my voice is really scratchy. Okay, so Bancroft wants to correct me. He says you can hear his name pronounced. It's Bosc. Bosc. Okay, so there we go. So I said it wrong. So stream's over, guys. Gonna cancel the stream. So there you go. I messed up. There you go. It's Bosc. Jean Bosc. Okay, there we go. Jean Bosc. Bosc. Okay. So yeah. There we go. Okay. No boom boom with Soul Brother. Yes. For those that get the reference, if you don't get the reference, see me after the stream. I'll tell you what the reference is. But okay, Tubuku, the Vietnamese prostitute. Okay, yes. Okay, that's what Tubuku. Okay, I remember the other one. the no boom boom with Soul Brother. I remember that one. So, and of course that famous line that Adam Baldwin ends Animal Mother as he takes the Vietnamese chicken to his quarters, and he has all blank must blank. So I can't say it on here, but you know what that is. So back when you could say something to another man and they don't take it personal. Okay, says he wants his close-ups. Let me read this. Hey, Lazarus, do you have the 411 on Ethan if Ethan ever went to Kickstarter according to PTP and Ethan's response to PTP's claims? I read it from my close. I read the video, KSS. I did that, but I'll keep this screenshot on handy in case I have to do follow-up. I don't think I'm doing a follow-up on that video. I think that there's been an edict passed out to kind of avoid me based on the lack of responses from not just him, but his followers. I've noticed that, which I'm fine with. I'm totally fine with it. But I think the edict has been passed. I think I've been Lord Rap to Jesus in that we don't acknowledge him or talk about him. So parfait, says Bancroft. Parfait. I think it's referencing me pronouncing the guy's name right. Jean Bosc. Parfait. So, Big Bandolero. I haven't seen him in a minute. That reptilian bounty hunter from. Oh wait, that's right. That was Bosc, wasn't it? But that's Bosc with a K though. This is Bosc with a C. But I see what you did there. Okay, I am caught up in the chat. This is a great so far. Excuse me, caught up in the chat. Let me okay, we did that one. Okay, so these right here are covers that he did for Action Canard Sauvage. These are some magazines in Paris that he worked on. That's one cover, and that's another cover he did for them. So you can see like he does attempt to work with not detail, but there is an attempt to at least you can see the familiarity of what he's making with their architecture. And although the graphic design of this is basic, but again, he didn't have any graphic training, so this he was just more about drawing the characters and just telling the story rather than just being visually complex. There's no man says Raptor is jealous that you got thrown with a lawsuit before he did. Yeah, I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to. I don't know what to tell you. I did not mean to. So Let's see here. Okay, hold on. I just got to check something real fast because hold on. Okay, sorry about that. Just checking something. Let's see here. Okay, Kirby says, "Is that symbolism in all these phallus-shaped noses?" Well, he was French, so I don't know. I don't know if that means anything, but it's an interesting observation, I suppose. Bosc, yes. Damn, now I can't unsee that. Hold on, damn it, now I can't see that. Anyway, Master Madness, I just remembered what his style reminds me of. The Little Caesars Pizza mascot and also the Red Bull animated commercials. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, the pizza commercial, yeah, that style, like it reminded me of like Ziggy. You guys remember Ziggy? Reminded me of that. So yeah, the style itself definitely influential. So as minimalistic as it was very influential. Make no mistake about it. You don't got to draw like a John Buscema or George Perez or even Atomic Fallen to like create some kind of artistic um, style that is influential, which of course is the purpose of these indie comic outlier streams that I do. Here's another more stuff of this is from his time in his magazine called Paris Match. Let's see. So let's talk a little about Paris Match before I shout out to my beautiful, lovely Lady Shadowban. She says, "Hail to the chat, hail Lady Shadowban." How about this? Reminds me of La Linea, an Italian minimalistic stick figure cartoon. You know, he did a cartoon, an animated cartoon. I want to get to that in a bit. But La Linea. So they ripped off this guy for Red Bull. It's exactly the same. So it's Guy. Huh, interesting. You probably should find that Red Bull commercial. Very interesting. But you guys are seeing it. You guys see exactly the influence that Bosc had over the years. So this isn't some like run of the mill guy with some crappy art style. He had a madness to it, and people were influenced by it. So he joined this magazine called Paris Match, right? And the chief edit. So what happens? He was submitting cartoons to them, and the chief editor was Paul Chaland. And because Bosc's art style was radically different from what everybody else was used to, very minimalistic, he had to explain to his readers that the art style was something called unskilled freshness. So he was trying to sell, because he thought the readers wouldn't accept it, but as it turned out, they had no problem accepting Bosc art style. And he stood with Paris Match for like 12 years. So he grew popular with Paris Match for 12 years doing these cartoons. It's funny because I remember in my own personal presence in this space when people were saying to me that my art style was not that good, that he draws like an 8-year-old, and I'm like, I'm just trying to create an art style that complements the world that I'm writing. I'm not trying to make something that's supposed to be like a masterpiece visually. It's just I'm producing entertainment and art. But it goes to show you, it isn't your fellow creator. It isn't some outsider from your world that's going to determine your success as an artist. It's really the market. And again, it goes back to the market is what decides if you as a comic book artist have any kind of legs in the industry or in the market. The creator is determined by the market regarding his success. Wait, do I see a CBR in the chat? Oh, of course. Well, why don't you send your drones and find out? Kirby says, could you imagine having a dick-shaped nose as a phenotype of the race you are? Whoa, got a sense of humor. He does. Well, his humor was described as being dark, so it does. I guess it does fit into it. Let's see. Old D'Agostino's first 2 music videos were in that style as well. Very influential. It's amazing how influential this minimalistic style is, and you guys are putting out examples of it. We had La Linea by Helmut. He says that reminded me of that. And going back to Bear's comment that JV's comment that Gigi D'Agostino's first music video. See, it all connects together. Someone else mentioned the Red Bull commercials and the Little Caesars commercials. Big Bandolier says, off topic, just visited Casablanca Comics in Portland, Maine. Great store, lots of indie alternative comics, highly recommended. So interesting. So Big Bandolier visited a comic shop that carries indie titles. And here we thought that the comic book shops, which are dying, have given up on indie comics. But no, there's one in Maine, Portland, Maine. So there you go. So shout out to Casablanca Comics. Somebody clip this and send it to them. Shout out to Casablanca Comics in Portland, Maine. Keep putting those indie comics in the shelves. Let's get those indie comics into the hands of people. Is the French Foreign Legion a standing army? Says Kirby. That's a good question. They seem to be according to these cartoons. I haven't looked into it, but they might be. Actually, let's do a quick Google search. Okay, is the French Legion a standing army? Let's see. And the answer is yes. The French Foreign Legion is a standing army, meaning it's a permanent part of the French army and not a temporary or mercenary force. It is integrated into the French military structure and follows the orders of the French government. While it has a unique identity and ethos, it is ultimately under the control of the French army. So there you go. That is a little history lesson for you guys. You guys are learning. I'm learning. I'm cultured. I'm very cultured. The market decides what's of value and not. 100%. 100%. He says, so Big Ben is, tracking down some publications or collections of Bosc's work. Totally dig this artwork. Hail, nice. That gives me some hope. So, wait, hold on. Kirby says, OMG, I was looking at the front page and wondering why your live was not recommended, and I was not subbed. Lies! I subbed long ago. Check your shit. That breaks my heart. Oh, wait. I didn't preface the immigrants can wait. Let me highlight it. Immigrants can join the French Foreign League and gain citizenship through service. Okay, well, yeah. There you go. Interesting stuff. I keep talking about French stuff and ignore the Swans. I will continue to ignore the Swans, Colin, because you're militarizing them. You're militarizing the Swans. JV says, my grandpa was in the Foreign Legion and also in Indochina. He could either join them or work in a coal mine after being captured in World War II. So I'm sure your grandpa had a lot of stories to tell about that time, and I'm sure it wasn't pretty. So Indochina is where the Viet Congs were gained power and then ultimately became Vietnam. So yes, those pesky Viet Congs. A lot of war talk on this stream. Let's see. What's the next piece after this? And there's more. Oh, this one is okay, so there's a little. So I was able to get a little translation for this one. So let me see. So this is because as you can see, a lot of his stuff is in French, even though it was translated in English when it came to the West. But let's see. Let me see if I can find the translation for this. Okay. This one is called Hatayame, which I think it means I love you, from 1969, in which a man watches a TV report about 4 foreigners, each of whom committed 4 specific crimes. And the guy watching TV is quick to blame Arabs, Negroes, Jews, and Italians. So that means you got your San Ns, your Ns, your Grabblers, and your Guineas. So there you go. So the journalist mentions a man with a French-sounding name who committed all the previously mentioned crimes on his own. So this was, yeah. So basically, this guy's watching crimes on TV, and he says that he named, 4 specific groups of people, but he was told that, oh no, the guy who did it was French, and he ends with him being a little dejected because he was wrong. So yes, it's a little slap on the face on people that are quick to blame the coloreds for the crimes, even though per capita is a thing. But still, we want to be tolerant and observant in this space because we should be. Because I don't want you guys throwing your chucks at your spears at me. Perrier water ads back in the 80s, 90s, print ads and animated on TV. The art style was similar to this. 100%. Wait till you guys see the animated short he did. Kissy says my only issue with Full Metal Jacket is in the Marines where the wrong combat boots during the 69 battle for Hugh. They should be wearing the green canvas jungle boots and the M1955 flak jacket. You would think that with Kubrick being a perfectionist that he would have gotten that detail correct, but for those of us like me that haven't served, it probably went over our head. So, but fair point. The flak jacket, I was told, floats, and they even threw it into the hot water into the water in front of me. But when I wore this POS, I sank like a rock. Lies. This Kirby. Lots of lies. So I mentioned that Bosc did a lot of cartoons satirizing the military. He was very critical of the military. But he also touched on other topics like marital issues, child abuse. Again, fitting in with his dark humor. And here's one example here. No text, but you can see exactly what's going on. So, but Bosc, it's funny because I've seen to be picking these. Something about these French comic artists that their lives end up kind of messed up. Because I mentioned his PTSD and his physical condition getting worse, and his last few years were not good. But before we get to that, guys, I want to show you guys this. So there was a cartoon he did called an animated cartoon called Voyage en Boscavier, The Grand Journey. And when I was reading up on Bosc, it was stated that the cartoons he did were lost. Like the animated cartoons he did were lost. But I found out that 16 years ago, somebody uploaded it on YouTube. So I found a copy of a 9-minute animated short he did from 1958. Voyage en Boscavier, which means Le Grand Journey. And I presume there's no copyright limitations on it because it was lost. So and Bosc has been dead for a long time. So, I don't think that there's any copyright. I looked it up and I couldn't find any copyright restrictions. So it should be good watching it. So this is an idea, and I'm playing without the sound. Or I'll play with sound. Screw it. Like I said, I don't think there's any copyright issues, but let me make sure it plays. Okay. Let me just okay, so there should be sound. So let me go fast forward. Okay. So as you can see, the text is in French. I can't do anything about it, but we'll talk over it to make it transformative just in case. But it should be playable. Okay, so on the YouTube side, oh wait, now I'm okay. You know what? Hold on one second. Let me pause it for a second because I want to make sure that I'm not jumpy. Let me exit out for a second just to make sure I'm not jumpy. Because look like I was doing good until I started playing it. Yeah, I'm okay. Let me play a quick intro to recover a non-intro intro. Here we go. Okay, now let me take myself back. Let me put myself back on camera. Let's see if that helps the frame rate. So, okay, look, I'm back. I am so back, baby. I am so back. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna put the video in the browser window because it'll be at a smaller size, and then hopefully that should keep the frame from messing up. So here we go. Let me just open this up here. And okay, I'll at least enlarge it just a bit. Okay, now I'm going to share the screen, and let's see if this works. Okay, so I'm going to put it on my YouTube now, and I'm not going to enlarge the movie. I'm going to keep it at a certain size. Let's see if it does. Okay, it looks like it's yeah, it's being choppy again. Okay. Let me get it on YouTube. I'm gonna get it on YouTube. Okay. I'm gonna pull up on YouTube, and that way it will because if I keep it at a certain see now I'm choppy again. Oh no, I'm not. All right, good. Okay. So I'm gonna look for it on YouTube. Let me open up my window here. If you haven't already, Feel free to watch the last couple of videos that I uploaded. Please comment on those videos. The engagement always helps me out here. So here we go. Voyage and Boscavier. Okay. So I'm going to share it from the YouTube where I found it, but I'm not going to enlarge the screen. So I think this should help it out. Okay. So here we go. Okay. So let me just fast forward a few seconds. There we go. Okay. Now let me check it out on my end here. It looks like it's playing a little better, I think. I think so. I think so. Okay. So this is the animated short that Bosc did. Bosc. Voyage and Boscavier. Yeah, it's mostly just music. So you know, I mean, there might be some sound. Yeah, it's choppy. I can see it. Well, not that choppy, but still. Yeah, I guess we can make it work. I mean, it's not. Yeah, so this is his animated style, his artistic style in animation form. I guess being choppy makes it transformative. So again, I don't think there's any copyright issues with this, but I just want to make sure. As KSS said, they had a flak diaper that they gave jarheads in the Korean War, but everyone ditched them because you couldn't move around in them. Some of the Korean War. Yes, be sure to hit that like button. It's Lady Shadow Man. So this animated short was considered lost for a long time. So I'm surprised they found it, which I'm glad they did, because when I was putting up the notes for this, I was like, okay, so in a couple of spots I read, it was considered lost. So I said, okay, well, let me see if I can at least find some visual, maybe like a poster or something to show the movie's existence. But no, on YouTube, they actually had it. So Matt Pan, that's pretty neat, yes. Yes, it is. I'm glad we were able to find it. It's called. I'll put the link in the chat. If you guys want to like see it for yourself. Voyage and Boscavier. It sounds so cultured when I say it. There's a link to the movie. If you want to see it in your own time, it's right there. So. Yeah, I don't. There's no copyright. We should be able to watch this. But yeah, I just want you to see this because this is his animation. You can see how crude it is, but it works. It's just I think he had a better understanding of visual dynamic in terms of design. I think by this point he was starting to grasp it. You could even tell like with the anatomy. Like he was definitely getting good with the anatomy here by this point. As minimalist as it is, you can see that there was at least a respect to the anatomy. There's your link, by the way. Imbrek says ayuda ondale. I think you mean arriba ondale. There it is, the link to the cartoon, so you guys can copy it, bookmark it, and watch it in your own time. Voyage and Boscavier is what we're watching. It's only 9 minutes, and we've already watched the first minute, 3 minutes and 55 seconds. So it's like 6 minutes left, and we'll just talk over it. So. Colin, do not, Colin, gaslight me. I am cultured, and I deserve the best. I absolutely deserve the best. I'm because what is the Frank Shashishahamaha? I don't know. I read it wrong, so I don't know. Play Red Bull ads next is Geen's room. Okay, well, I guess we'll look at the Red unless somebody wants to find it in the chat, but I guess we could play the Red Bull ads just to see the influence you guys are talking about. We can do that. I am cultured high. I'm very cultured. I am very cultured. Why do I bother pronouncing words? D word? Listen, Gee. I'm allowed. You xenophobe. You xenophobe. I'm allowed. Ah. Stop being a. But one day, stop being a Gee. Even though you're in the ban zone, stop being a Gee. How is that? Lineas on YouTube if you want to compare. So I already have a what do you call it? I already have a recommendation for Red Bull commercials and La Linea. So I guess we'll look at one of the Red Bull commercials and then we'll take a quick look at La Linea to see the comparisons as mentioned by you guys in the chat. Wait. Primity isn't me. Stop this line. Wait, so this is okay. I'm sorry. I can't tell if it's you or the other guy. I can't tell. I'm Brecht. You and Primathor need to get together and discuss who's who so that I don't confuse with the other. I don't. I mean, you're both in the pack circle anyway, so it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Okay, so Primity says, "Spiel ein paar Deutsch-Tones den Antaman and Jemima." Okay, there we go. I said it right. And you don't think I said it right? I don't care because I care about me. Entamons. I don't think that's what you think it means, Guy. That's very degenerate. You're a degenerate man. Red Bull's YouTube channel is great. Let's see the commercial. I don't want to go through that whole channel. Aunt Jemima was a great woman. Yes, Tom, she was. It's not Einergy and Primathor. It's Einold and Primathor. That's their names, Hamut. I'm Einold and I'm Primathor. I could totally do this kind of animation. Why is El Pato turning into a tyrant? I am not a tyrant. Listen, CBR. Let me make it very clear. I'm a fighter for love. I'm a fighter for justice. I'm a fighter for activism. Don't confuse my activism for tyranny, because I'm not a tyrant. I'm not a tyrant. You need to be correct. You gotta be correct right now. And I have to correct you, because if you're not gonna be corrected, I gotta gatekeep you. And I don't want to gatekeep you, but I will. So don't make me gatekeep you, because I will. I'll do the thing. I feel like when I hear this music, I feel like joining the army and conquering some of the bad guys, but I don't want to fall into the propaganda. So. Yes, Osgray, Tyrannicky, yes, exactly. Because I know the Primathor want to play word games with me. Die show is schlecht. Sie gang Yeah, I said what I said, Violent Comment. I said what I said. Tyrannicky, yes. I said what I said. So we're watching an animated movie called Voyage in Boscavia. This is drawn and animated by Bosc, our artist for today's show. This is from 1958, and this was presumed lost for a long time, but 16 years ago somebody found it and they uploaded it on YouTube. So there you go. 29 minutes long. So. It's mostly music, so you're not really getting any sound. It's just music. And I think it's over. Yeah, it's over. So there you go. Yep, it's over. So there you go. That was the animated Bosc movie from 1958. And I put the link in the chat so you guys can see it. So you guys can't say you didn't see it because I put it in the chat for your people. And I think you'll enjoy it on your own time. And don't say that I didn't discover nothing for you. I discovered stuff for you. Yeah, if anybody says otherwise, I didn't do nothing. Okay? I find stuff for you for you people to watch it. Okay, I don't deserve your hatred, but I give you stuff in love. I educate you. I'm cultured. I'm open, and I open doors for you people to have more knowledge of stuff. But you want to chuck your spears at me, and it's not right. This is a very violent and abusive situation. It really is. It shouldn't be that way. No, not Bosch, not Bosch. Bosc, Bosc. Different guy. Okay, different guy. Hada says the French are weird. So war propaganda cartoon. So okay, so I think you came in the middle of the stream. So Bosc was actually anti-war. He served in the war. He served in the war in Indochina for 3 years, and he was a POW for 120 days. So after he left the army, he was fucked up in the mind and physically fucked up too. So he was very anti-war, anti-military. So I think this was more of like a parody or a satire on the military. But he definitely was not a propagandist for war. Totally not. So let's see here. You didn't do nothing. I didn't. Everybody's Cthulhu. I didn't do nothing. I'm like I'm me. Like I just do things, and I didn't do enough for whatever they're accusing me of. Okay, so Primathor says das ist lustig daran liegt, dass du See, I said it right. I'm very cultured. Kissy says your German pronunciation is almost as good as mine. Mom was from southern Germany, and Dad was from the north, so they argued how I should pronounce words. So I took Spanish in school instead. You made the right choice, Kiss. You made the right choice. So yeah. Matt Barr's in chat. He goes, ha 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 ha. Welcome, Matt Barr. Welcome to this chat. This panel is funny AF. Why is it funny? Why is that funny to you, Hothead? I thought we were good. I thought we were colored in arms. I don't why is that funny? I'm just trying to educate people. I thought it was. Watch out for lawsuits for playing this. I guess breathing on YouTube now. I'm in threat of a lawsuit. So yeah, I don't know. I guess blinking puts me in threat for a long. Oh, look who's in the chat. Oh, I'm sorry, Kirbish. I'm sorry, John Donald Kirbish. Did I offend you? Did I offend you, John Donald? By the way, guys, the JD stands for John Donald. John Donald wants to comment. Well, it ain't gonna work, John Donald, because your comments mean nothing in this space. It's my world, it's my channel, and we're gonna mock you. My people are gonna mock you. You're never mocked. Okay, I have a ban zone, but now I'm gonna create a new zone called the mocked. You're now the first member of the mocked zone, JD, John Donald. Welcome to the mocked zone, John Donald, where we will mock and point at you and laugh at you every day, all day. That's gonna be a new Roku channel. I'm gonna set it up. It's true. Your name is very public, John Donald. It's public. So now we're gonna laugh at you and mock you. 100%, we're gonna mock you. So I think. So no, that's not Kirby. So Kirby is the guy who's the artist who mentored me and wants me to do a proper Godzilla war. But JD Kirby is another guy, John Donald. He's John Donald, and he says otherwise he's lying. He's John Donald. JD Kirby is his dead name. He's not John Donald, and he's now in the mocked zone where he belongs. We have Lito in the chat. She says, "Hell chat." Lito, my colorist for B Sister Road Warrior Drake. Quick plug, even though I'm probably don't need to, but just to say because I am people who join for the first time. Yes, I am the writer and artist for this book. Although this was drawn, the cover was drawn by Fellsbug, and the colors were done by Lito. That's her right there in the chat. She did these glorious colors, and then I drew the interiors, and wrote it as well. So, but since she's in the chat, I'm just letting people know this was a colorist for the cover for Beast Citizen Road Warrior Drake, and I don't want to say it's my magnum opus, but it's damn one of my finest achievements in the comic space. So, hail Lidl! Shout out to Lidl. And just catching up on the chat. Okay, I'm probably mostly. I don't know what I'm reading, and I'm glad I'm mispronouncing it because I'll probably get struck. But there we go. See, I'm very cultured. Again, I say I'm cultured, but I have to remind you people because you wouldn't know it if I didn't tell you. Any new updates? So yeah, so Monday or Tuesday, more books are going out. So what I'm doing right now is I already sent out the survey to my Kickstarter backers, I was in the middle of fulfilling my Indiegogo, and I'm gonna hold off on the international orders until I fulfill all my domestic orders. Because I think doing the international orders in addition to the current domestic orders is holding me back because the international orders is taking me 40, 50, even $60 out of pocket just to ship the books. So I'm coming out of pocket out of my own check to have to ship the books because I was charging for the shipping rates no more than $30 for some of the foreign shipping, but it's kicking my ass because of the shipping rates. So as a result, I'm gonna just fulfill all domestic orders first. So I can get as much of that out of the way as possible, and then I'm gonna start doing the international orders after that. So that way it'll be quicker. So I'm in the middle of doing the Indiegogo and the Kickstarter. I just got the survey answers from the Kickstarter backers, so now I'll be fulfilling them. And then if you backed in the crowdfunder site, I think a couple people backed in the crowdfunder. I'll do yours in conjunction as well. And then once I do that, then I'm going to go and do the second chance campaign on Film My Comic, which I'm probably going to close soon because I have to get some new books printed out because new backers came in, so I got to print some new books. But I think I'm going to close the campaign soon and just have some extra copies physically so I can do the campaign run. So Road Warrior, but a D. No, he's not the D word. Violent. He's not the D word. He's Drake. That's his last name. Don't forget the retarded Aussie, the retarded comment or hack and a bad colors. Well, you're definitely not bad. You're definitely a good colorist. That's why I hired you, and you did great work on that, Lidl. So, if anybody's looking for a colorist, I definitely recommend Lidl. She's fast, she's great, and very, very good rates on coloring. So, if anybody asks for a colorist, I point them to Lidl. She's pretty good, 100%. No, not Bosch. Bosc, Bos, Bosc. Yeah, thank you, Pudge, for correcting. Bosc. Bosch is the other guy. Bosc. Oh, wait, did I just read this? Wait, I went all the way down? Hold on. My chat went all the way behind. Here we go. And I missed a super chat. Hold on. I see a super chat. I'm going to read it. Hold on. Because I need to pay my bills for my coffee. Here we go. Okay, super chat from Osgrade Sage. $5 Aussie. Thank you from the great land of the koalas. He says, what does the D... Okay, I have to read the... Okay, since he paid me, I have to read the actual word. So here we go. What does the duck say? Quack, 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 quack. I hope that was worth your $5 Aussie dollars. I hope it was worth it. Yeah, you backed on crowdfunding? Okay, so yeah. So, I'm going to get you order out this week then. Okay, I got you, Massive Man. Because you've been patient and you've been here for a long time. So, because I didn't have that many orders on the crowdfunder, so I'm gonna do yours next batch. Okay, I got you. Because I definitely want you to have the book. So, it'll be good. So, no colors. That's violence. That's violence. I'm not doing it. And I shouldn't be highlighting that because I'll get struck on YouTube. Damn it. You might be able to find a fulfillment printer overseas. I'm thinking about that. Honestly, the other day I'm like, you know what? Why shouldn't I find a printer overseas and do some kind of deal with them so that it'll be cheaper to ship the books that way? So I've been thinking about that. That'll be my next step. Once I start doing the next book, I'm going to be thinking about connecting with a foreign printer and see what people recommend. And that way I can get those orders fulfilled through that. And the people that order the books won't have to pay heavy shipping. So it'll be good for them. It'll be good for me. It'll be a win for all of us around. Because I still want to give out physical books to backers, even if it's overseas. I want them to have physical books, but I'm trying to think of ways to make it more affordable for me. So, we got a $5 super chat from Michael Diache. Thank you, Michael. He says, give this man money. He's fighting the good fight. I need the coffee money. That's right. Coffee ain't cheap. Coffee ain't cheap. Neither is the crack. I mean, the coffee. Sorry, I shouldn't have said the other word. You didn't hear that. So, let's see. Wait. Clipped. I deserve what, John Donald? What do I deserve? Oh, because I read the word? Is that why? And look, Andrew Curry comes in the chat, and you guys want to make me look bad in front of her because you guys are such pieces of let me not say it, but good evening, Angela. You came in at a really bad time. Oh, look, another super chat from Colin Lamping for $5. Okay, this is going to be great. Let me see. What did he say? He says, say Okay, I guess since I'm getting paid, I gotta say it. So here we go. I publicly apologize to all the swans. I love them. Now we end this war. Quackity quack. With love, Alasmat. I hope that was worth it, Colin. I hope, because that's going to ruin my career. So I hope it was worth it. I hope you feel good about yourself. Is this a book about raptors? No, this is okay. So it's probably just too small. No, these are people. This is how he drew people. Bosc did, with big noses and I guess cigar shaped heads. So they're not grabblers though, but because he's French. But you never know. I'll make him play Pogs with me next EuroSCon, and I'll stream. That sounds so weird, Helmet. You type that and hit send. That is so weird. Yes, Osgraves, love should win. Love should always win. You people need to let love win every time, all the time. Every time. JV Styler wants to issue a word of compliment to Bancroft, Michael Bancroft. He says, Bancroft's hardcover is a top notch and he ships cheap internationally. So yeah, I've been looking to that. I'm definitely going to look into that for the next campaign. Or maybe like when I do like the second editions of these books, I'm looking to that. Maybe have like international version of these books to make them really prestige. Why not? Love wins. Yes. No, Kirby. No, John Donald. It was not worth it. It was not worth it. Don't kid yourself. It was not worth it. Michael Diacho. I just got a metric shit ton of XP. Heavy is the crown. Crown is heavy. Yes. Crown is heavy. Oh look, here's this. Okay, this is why Colors is in the ban zone. She starts this crap. She's now trying to start crap with Angela. She goes, "Did you just say Raptor has a big nose?" Wow. See, look, see, you see, Angela. This is why Colors is in the ban zone. She starts this crap and starts fights when fights need not to happen. She can't be in peace. She's not a peaceful person. She has to be banned for life. Every time, all the time. But yeah, this is a comic strip he did about marriage and the stages of marriage. You got the honeymoon stage, right? Walking all those steps just to get into bed with his wife. And by the time he gets there, he's already tired and she's knocked out. So there you go. So the hard work of marriage, as told by Bosc. But unfortunately, Bosc had a short life. Working that to you, the PTSD from war. And not just that, but he was friends with a guy named Cheval, who was also a French comic artist, well known. Well, Cheval took his life, and that led to ultimately to Bosc having a meltdown. Speaking of meltdowns, people issue me super chats of terror. Here's Oscar H for $2. He says, Alice Matt told me he is making a duck omnibussy. You paid $2 for that? Of all the things you could have paid me to say, you made me say that? That really thinks that's going to save our community, right? I'm trying to save comics. This is not going to save comics. Oh, no. Now, there's $5 from Einold. No, this is Primothy. For $5. He says, Elasmat. Oh, wait. Okay. I got to read all that. Oh, shit. Okay, here we go. Elasmat word immer gegen einen Frashvater in New Jersey gewinnen. Unja da. Wait, okay. Okay. Elasmat word immer gegen einen Frashvater. Actually, I know what that means. I know Gegen means because the reason why I know what Gegen means is because I have a G Fan magazine. G Fan was a Godzilla fanzine, and they had an issue dedicated to foreign posters of the Godzilla movies. And there was one issue regarding German posters where Godzilla was called Frankenstein in Germany for some reason. It's a true story, but when it said Godzilla versus something, it would say Godzilla gegen this other monster. So gegen means versus. So a last matter word immer gegen einen Frachtvater in New Jersey gewinnen, unja du wirst mit Helmets Pog spielen, Enktemann. Somewhere in there, that word read Frogfather. So I know what that meant. You really feel good about those $2, huh? That really does fill your life, doesn't it? Maybe I overestimated you guys. Maybe you are simplistic, like the art style here. I guess. So, Bosc died. Did Dengar get him? You'll be what happened. You're gonna see what happened. Massive Panda. Okay, manager squeezed in 3 insults in one sentence in a super chat. This disrespect is flowing heavy sight in the community. It is Massive Panda. It's very disrespectful. Totally. And of course, it's continuing. Oscar for another $2. He says, "Oh crap." Okay. He says, "Say hello to Carol, Duck Boy. You need to do better." I really don't. I only read the super chat because it made you feel good, but I don't have to do better. I am better. To insinuate that I got to improve is insulting. I don't got to improve. I'm perfect the way I am. I'm loved. I am made in God's image. You cannot tell me to do better. Not do better. Michael Diach says German sounds extra romantic in a last man's accent. Maybe I should speak. Maybe I speak German to Lady Shadowman. Maybe I should do that. She might like it. Maybe not, but anyway. Well, we just watched Inglourious Basterds this past weekend. I watched it for the first time, so I don't know if German will make her feel hot and bothered, but I'll just speak. She likes when I speak Spanish, so I'll just speak Spanish. KSS says, "Did you sing Happy Birthday to Carol?" No, I did not. Her birthday was on Tuesday, and she's 80 years young. The question was brought to you by the good people of Smuckers. Wow, I remember Smuckers. I used to enjoy Smuckers with my peanut butter. $5 from Hot Hat. Well, you guys are having super chats tonight. Nice, thank you. Hot Hat Studio says, "I publicly disavow all swans and their freakishly long necks. There will be no peace. Long live Duck Lord." For $5 from Hot Hat Studios. Well, thank you for the $5. Hopefully, I read that chat so well. Even though I had to read the bad word, the no word, because when Hulk Hogan did the no word, people hated him. And now there's an intense move by the Internet Wrestling Commission, the IWC, and these other idiots, social justice warriors, SJWs, to try to cancel his legacy because he said a no word. And I did a video about that. Check out the video that I uploaded about that because you're gonna like some of the reviews I pulled up to show that these people that are crying about racism are themselves kind of racist and bigoted. But anyway, I said the no word in that super chat, so it will be canceled. So this will probably be the last time you see me alive. But oh no, it's John Donald for $2. Okay, so John Donald wants to send a super chat for the mock zone. Okay, John Donald, that's what you got to say. From $2 from John Donald, he says, "You didn't even say happy birthday to Carol, you jerk." No, I did not, and I'm proud of it. I stand proud by my defiance of your cultural norms, John Donald. And of course, Guy will agree because he's in a band zone with Carol. Him and Colors are on the band zone, so they're gonna come together to fight me and to undermine me. So that's what they do. That's all these people ever do. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, Colors. Oh, you play the violin. Sorry if that offends your feelings, Colors, but I'm a human being. I don't need to be coerced into your ways, to all your ways. All I want to do is just make comics and be entertaining. But you guys want to come in and disrupt it and hurt our community every time. Every time you do this. Every time. Every time. See, this is why you belong in the band zone. You know John Mayo's pain, then you should stay in the band zone. Forever. Oh, I'm sorry, John Donald. Did I offend you? Did I offend you, John Donald? Are you offended, John Donald? Well, too bad. Too bad. Actually, no, not too bad. It's good. I'm glad you're offended. So, oh wait, another $2 from Osgreat Sage. I know these are also $2, so they're probably like $1.50 here, but still, I'll take it. I don't care. Coffee ain't cheap. He says, "It's duck season. Fire." That's mean. That's kind of mean. That's very mean. Oh wait. Oh, I see. So you're virtually the Colors. Oh, okay. So my life is over, right? You want to end my life right now? You're gonna unalive me, Colors? You're gonna unalive? Well, that's why you're in the band zone, because you're not gonna unalive me. I'm gonna be alive. I'm living. For all my Barbados out there, I'm living. All of them. I'm gonna live. That's right, Guy. That's right, Guy. White Knight for Colors because she's your sister in arms in the band zone. I see what you people do. Just because you're in the band zone, Gee, doesn't mean I don't see what's going on. I see complete what's going on. Colin says, okay, have a good night. Thank you, Colin, for stopping by. Appreciate you being here, even though you made me read some such horrible stuff. But still, thank you for the super chats, Colin. That was much appreciated. Now I'll be able to afford coffee for the next couple days. I was paid and coerced to do it, Colors. I mean, Angela Curry. See, they made me see the thing to you, and I should have said it to you because they were abusive to you, and now they made me see the thing to you. So, see, this is terrible. This is going to be the end of my life now. This is the end of the stream forever. The band zone, Lord Raptor. We have a band zone here. Geek, Colors, and Jabbage are in the band zone. And I just made a new zone called the Mocked Zone where John Donald Kirby resides. He's the first member of the Mocked Zone. Because he deserves it. Because why not? You are practically the same person. No, you don't want to be the same person with Colors. Trust me, you don't want to. I don't wish that evil on you, Angela Curry. Get out while you still can. Because if not, I can't save you. So I don't know what to tell you. I can't save you. Speaking of not being saved, so Bosc, after seeing his friend Cheval kill himself, well, he didn't see him, he heard about it. But eventually he went to the hospital for the breakdown. He had a breakdown and and then after that, his condition worsened from being in the army. He started to get less and less physically capable to the point where he could no longer stand on his feet. So he was having trouble standing on his feet after that, so he could not walk anymore. $2 from Lidl. She says, Jemagnu, okay. Jemagnu, Nederland, Proberen, NG. Is it NG or NJ? I'm pronouncing these foreign words. Jemagnu Ug Netherlands Proberen Unj. I think I said it right. I know, Raptor. Holy shit. I don't know. They're making me read some horrible stuff, but I'm getting paid for it, so I don't know. I don't know what to say anymore. I guess I've given up my life. Well, on that note, let me finish up the story of Bosc. So his physical condition got worse, and he couldn't stand on his feet anymore. And by 1970, he quit drawing. So now for the next 3 years, he was in a really bad spiral mentally. And in 1973, he took his own life from a self-inflicted gun wound after the depression got the best of him. So Bosc is another tragic tale in the tales of the French comic, and not just the French comic artists, but just indie comic artists in general, because it's not just a French thing. We talked about Doris Seda, who took her own life, and guys like Von Bodie, who had short lives because of their lifestyle. Not every single comic artist ends their life like that, but it's a thing in the community. So Bosc was a Trandazan, not to be confused with the Gorn, aka the coughing lizard that the Captain Kirk had to fight in Star Trek TOS. Yeah, that was a different kind of lizard. But that lizard was a figment of Kirk's imagination, so he wasn't even a real lizard. Oh, we have Henry thrown in the chat. Hell, listening to my drive home from Ultimate Frisbee. Well, Henry, hopefully you've had a great time doing Ultimate Frisbee. So, L to you. Shout out. Bass 1500 is hail new CGers. Oh. Okay. Show Red Bull. Okay, so he wants to see the Red Bull commercials. Let me see. Let me pull up the Red Bull commercials. Because, since I already talked about Bosc taking his life, we might as well watch commercials about a drink that supposedly increases your heart rate to the point where you end up unaliving yourself. So let's see. Red Bull commercial. Okay, I see. Yeah, here we go. Oh, wow, you're right. Damn. That looks exactly like Bosch's artwork. Let me go ahead and share the screen. Hopefully my thing won't botch. But yeah, this is the Red Bull commercial, Wings 2000. Look at that. Yeah, that does look like Bosc.
Red Bull gives you wings.
Lita is translating her super chat to me. She says, "If you're wondering what you just attempted to say, you can say it." Okay, I see. I botched English. If you wondering what you just attempted to say, it's you can now try Dutch D word. Ah, there we go. So that was a Red Bull commercial, which yeah, absolutely, it does look like Bosc style. I wonder who animated that or who drew it. So, Kissy says that wasn't a figment of Kirk's imagination. An alien with godlike power took 2 leaders to fight each other. That Gorn commander was real. Huh. Okay. Well, there you go. There you go. Am I caught up in the chat? Well, Michael Diachi says that Lasmat is my German language tutor since my dad wouldn't teach his kids. Oh, well, I'm glad I taught you German. Thank you. I'm glad that I was cultured enough to help elevate you to greatness in a language that I have no clue how to speak. But it's awesome. I'll take it. Fine with me. Catching up in the chat. I'm going to scroll forward further. Okay. Bass says, I'm going to Tampa. Oh, TampaCon's tomorrow? Oh, that's right, because we're in July. That's right. Yeah, Tampa Bay Con is this weekend. That's right. Might go to the dungeon. I'll tell you, but yeah, take a little pic. Let's see that dungeon, that famous dungeon, that infamous dungeon we've heard so much about. Let's take a look at that picture. So, no, I don't hate Colors. Colors hates me. She hates me. Don't do that to me. She hates me. She wants me unalived. They all do. Okay, La Linea. Hummus says La Nini. Okay, I'm doing it. But I'm being attacked in the chat. People don't love me no more. I'm such a hated man. I'm such a threat to the purity of the whites because God forbid I'm alive. God forbid I get to speak and just do things. La Linea. Hold on. La Linea Cartón Animato. Let's see. Okay, so let's do this one. This is episode 1. Let me share the screen. Here we go. La Linea series. Yeah, it's a series, episode 1. So here's episode 1. I don't know if there's any. Well, 13 years ago, but still, I don't want to see any copyright, so I'm gonna talk over it. But yeah, that is. I definitely can see it. Yeah, that definitely does have that influence of Bosc. Actually, it reminds me of Pink Panther cartoons. You guys remember the Pink Panther? It reminds me so much of that. Welcome, Andres, to the chat. How you doing, Andres? Great to see you. Welcome. We got a super chat from Oswald Stage, a $5 awesome super chat. Okay. He says, shout out to the potato cam, hardest working cam in the community. Quack. I'm so done. I'm digging the music though. It's got a nice jazzy style to it. I hope I'm not freaking copyright claimed for this. Well, guess what? $2 of ad revenue. I think it's funny. Last time Power is the actually, I have a hand crack radio. I had a hand crack radio. I had it somewhere. I gotta figure out where I put it. I still have a hand crank radio. Oh, she knows where I put it. Okay. She knows where I put it. So. I'm fine. I don't mind. Oh. She says I lost the reference. Yeah, I'm probably slow tonight. That's right. Never forget those filthy dungeoneers, the ruiners of everything. Even though they make their book to put it out on time. Okay, it says I told Angela not to stream over my good friend Lasmat. She said, "Suffer, D-word. I can't believe she would say that about my good friend, who was also a real jerk. Am I a friend or a jerk? It can't be both. Kiss. It can't be both." So according to Lady Shut Up, and Tamacon is now Tampon Con. Make of that as you will. Yep, he says, I've definitely seen this style before. Well, now I know where it originated from. It came straight from Bosc style. He was the influence of all this. I guess we'll also find that Gigi D'Agostino's are Blah Blah and The Riddle. That I may have to definitely not play the audio for. So we'll have to like play a little bit of the I'm almost positive. Like if they're international videos, I'm gonna be positive that if I play them, I'll get blocked here. So we'll play like without the audio play for 2 seconds of it, and then we'll see it. But this is only 4 minutes, so this is not like a 10, 20-minute video. It's only like 4 minutes. It's incredible what can be accomplished with just simple shapes and silhouettes. Really good stuff. Yeah, isn't it? That's right, Angela. Damn it, Kissy. You see what I deal with Angela all the time. And yes, Helmet says all the Linea episodes are on YouTube. So if you look up La Linea, it's a series, and you can find them on YouTube. And they're very short. This is like 4 minutes. There was one that was like 1 minute long, so... Reminds me of like Sesame Street animated segments. You guys remember Sesame Street's animated segments from like the early days? Before they became full comedy? Reminds me of that. All that's missing is number 1, or sponsored by the letter A. That's what it reminds me of. So, but yeah, that was awesome. I was like, all right, let's take a quick look at Gigi D'Agostino and Blah Blah. There we go. There's Blah Blah. Let's look at Blah Blah. Oh, look at that. You can already see it. You can already see it. So I'm going to mute the audio for this. There you go. So that's Gigi D'Agostino. Yep. You can see it. You can definitely see it. It's definitely that art style is definitely visible right there. It looks choppy on my end, but it's okay because I don't want to risk a copyright. But yeah, definitely confirmed 100%. 100%. They only play these cartoons on Pinwheel Nickelodeon. I never watched Pinwheel, but you're probably right. Probably right. Well, Raptor says, wow. Yeah, there he is. There he is, yes. And there's I only stream to take the D word down. See, Andrew, now, Andrew, they're coming for you now. See, now they're chucking the spears at you now, Angela. So that means that after tonight, you are now an honorary colored because they're coming after you. And they're only coming after you because you're here for me. So these people are evil and they're definitely violent warmongers. They're now chucking the spears at you, Angela. You see it now. You see how it works every time. Every time you see how it works. If you just show it mute and show some stills, it's just the same style. Yeah, absolutely. I definitely see it. Let me just go here. Definitely the same style. Very influential man. I love the gibberish they talk, says Oscar. It's good gibberish. Total good gibberish. And just I said nothing. See, now you get it. Now you get it. Deny, and say nothing and deny nothing. You did nothing. Eliza just calls all spiritual. Well, then stop chucking your spears, and I won't claim nothing. Osgrade say, just stop chucking your spears at me. Let me be. They speak gibberish like in the classic Popeye cartoons from back in the day when they had help wanted signs, but told a lot of people they had no need to. That is Charlie Brown and the Peanuts. Wait a minute.
Oh, I said the word. Oh my god. What the F is wrong with me? I said the fucking word. Holy crap. Damn it. Thank you, Kissy. Thank you. Woohoo. I just want to run a stream. I just wanted to be professional and official. But you people have to continually bring me down every time.
But thank you for the comment, kids. I appreciate it. Anyway. Please tell me that stop capture his foot, says Angela. Probably. And I need to take a sip of water, and we're going to get ready to end the stream soon, so. Because the shorter stream, the streams with the condensed time frame become playable. So why are you people are laughing? What's so funny, Angela? Why are you laughing? Why are you laughing, Gee? What's with the shocked face, Raptor? What's so funny, Oscar? Why are you people laughing? Now you're laughing. Why are you laughing? What's so funny? I didn't say a joke, so I don't know what's so funny. Wait, okay, it says watch the 1940s Popeye Ang turn. Oh, and turn on the closed caption. They're talking gibberish. They're less coherent than you. That's pretty racist, KSS. That is very racist. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that now. That clearly was an attack on me. I feel that attack. Totally. Lord Rabbit says emotional. Riveting. What are we disavowing, Monomachus? What's there to disavow? I'm just showing art. How is it disavow? How are we disavowing anything? I reject the disavow. How about that? How about I reject your disavowal? How about that? Anyway, JB says the riddle is basically a techno remix of the Nick Kershaw song. Same style video, but in green. Yes. Oh. The interesting choice of when to pause D word. Oh, wait. Oh, hold on. I didn't see that. No, that's not what I meant. There we go. Oh, I can't believe I saw that. Okay. Oh, wait. Oh, what the hell kind of cartoon is it? Okay, there we go. Okay. Holy crap. Holy crap. Oh, my God. What do I do? I mean, so, yeah, there we go. So, there we go. Okay, I fixed it, Gee. Okay, I fixed it. There you go. Is that okay? Is that why you always use putting those words in the chat? Is that why that was there? Is that why? Okay, now I see it now. Now I know what you're disavowing. I see it now. Kansas says the edict is stupid. I need my close-ups and colors dies too. She wants the clout. She does want the clout. That's why I keep her the bands up to protect you people from her getting clout. So I fixed it now. No, don't laugh. Why are you people laughing? I'm running a stream. Stop laughing. This is not funny. This is not funny. Stop laughing. There's nothing to clip, Gee. What are you, Clipper now? You into clipping now? You Clipper channel? Good. I want you to be Clipper channel so I can copyright strike you. No, ain't viral, nothing. They're not viral. They do nothing. Don't listen to them, Angela. They're grooming you. Don't listen to them. What did I do, hothead? What did I do? I did nothing. I knew nothing, Cthulhu. I knew nothing. I was trying to tell people some words and trying to teach us stuff. I knew nothing. I don't have a dirty mind like you. I'm not in the gutter. I'm not in the gutter. I am not in the gutter. Yeah, exactly. A mod effing clipper. He's a mod effing clipper. Dies, I mean, does. I'm full typos tonight. Well, it ain't my fault that I read that with Kissy because you typed it wrong. So, for once, chuck your spears at Kissy. All you chuck your spears. My throat is bleeding. It's absolutely bleeding. Thank you all for making my throat bleed. See, Kissy, see what's going on right now, right? Because one mistake, Colors has already singled you out. She's already targeted you now. So now, Kissy, you're going to feel what I've been feeling the last few times. You're going to feel the harassment, the bullying, and the threat of tables. It's coming at you now, Kissifus. It's going to come at you now. So, I try to warn you, Kissifus. I try to warn you, but you didn't want to listen. So now, it is up. You're going to feel it now. For once, it won't be me, Kissifus. It'll be you. For once. She's putting in these things, and you're welcome, Mallard, man. I don't know what I did wrong. What did I do? That's right, Raptor. Now it's Kissifus' turn. I'm calling him the Kissifus because I'm going to feel sorry for him for what's about to come from Colors to him. See, look, now he's pleading. He's like, he's doing the apology. You don't apologize to these people, Kissy. You don't apologize to them because they don't want your apology. They'll just use it over you. They'll lord it over you. You haven't learned from Joey Swall. You don't apologize to these people, Kissy, but you're going to do it, so it doesn't matter what I say. James, I just typed out Good Tanap HP Lovecraft into Amazon a second before you mentioned Cthulhu. What the F? I am one with the fates. That's why. See, I have clout. Yes, Raptor Kissy, because he wants to be in the band zone, but he's not going in the band zone. But sometimes he messes with me, so I call him Kissy. But because now he's got to deal with colors, his name is Kissifus. So we want to honor Kissifus' final days on Earth with some gentleness and a head pat. You're welcome for making your throat bleed. That wasn't nice. I am not tearing the channel apart, Kissifus. Your typo has erased colors. I can't help you after that now. You're on your own at this point. I got my own bird. I got my own cross to bear. Okay, I got my world on my shoulders that I gotta carry like Atlas did. I can't, Kissifus. I can only guide you with words, but I'm powerless after that. I don't know what to tell you. Raptor says, "Damn it, I'm behind." You mean like when you stream and don't stream? When you say I'll stream at 10 and you show up at 12, that's how behind you are? Well, at least we know it's not because you stream. It's because you are mentally behind. So that's good. That's awesome to know that. So, guys, Raptor is just behind because he's just always behind. There you go. That's his life. His life is living a life of behindness. Yeah, see, Alaska calls me Kissy, even though Lady shut up and I told him he sounds queer calling me that. Lord Raptor. Okay, well, like I said, because you have offended colors, I'm gonna call you Kissifus and wish you well. See, look, she's trying to gaslight you. You didn't forgive him. I watched it, colors. I watched what you did. You're just trying to bring his shield down, so you're going for the kill. That's what you do. Take a spear and chuck him when he's least expected. Kissifus, I'm telling you, that's what's coming your way. So don't take the bait, Kissifus. Do not take the bait. Please don't take the bait. Raptor, I don't know what to tell you. I can't help you. See, I can't help Kissifus with colors now coming after him, and I can't help you bring you back to the present. I can't do all that stuff. I only have 2 hands. I can't do everything. Why do people want me to do everything? Oh, he's colored. He'll do the work for us because the other people, they don't want to do those jobs. So we'll give him the job that the others don't want to do because he's a colored, right? Right? I walk out of this house and people are saying, "Hey, can you clean my toilet? Can you scrape out the gutters? Can you do those things?" I'm like, "I'm one of you." Like, no, you're not. You're of them. You're of them people. And I'm like, I am. You're right. I can't deny I am. So they got to throw it at me. And now you people in the chat are doing the same thing. Like, this was a stream of Bosc and his life and the artwork he gave us. And we had some good stuff that we were showing. Some good cartoons, some good cartoon movies. But no, you people instead want to focus on ending me because you guys want me dead. It's not right. It's not right. So, on that note, I'm going to call it a stream. And hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I don't know what's happening tonight because Raptor ain't streaming tonight. He's streaming tomorrow. So I don't know what is going on in the world of YouTube-ish. So I guess figure it out. Do something. Draw. Read. Actually, read. Read some good comics. Read some good comics. Exactly. And on that note, oh wait, what the F is happening? Monomachus, I win. I'm victorious. I win. So on that note, I'm going to say goodbye to you all. And I'll see you guys next week. Possibly Monday for The Fly. We're doing back to back. We're doing The Fly from 1958 with Al David Hedison, and then we're doing the Jeff Goldblum Fly. So we're doing both movies on Monday Monster Moratorium. I will see you guys then. Until then, pray for Kissifus because he needs it.